Welcome back. This might be the worst I have let my house be seen on video. It took me so long to clean this house. I was overwhelmed. I wasn't really sure where to start. And it didn't take long for my house to get to this level. Embarrassingly enough, like 2 weeks ago, it was so clean. And then we were gone for a week. And in just a week's time, we managed to just absolutely destroy my house. It was so much stress. I felt a lot of shame actually, and even messaged one of my friends asking, why do I keep letting myself get like this? Why do I keep having this level of disaster in my life all of the time? She reassured me that I'm not the worst person and that I can get back on top of it. And so that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm starting with some laundry. I have a lot of laundry to do in the house, and if I can get that machine going, it can work while I work elsewhere. I do try to figure out what I'm going to do next, and I get a little stuck. I'm not sure what I want to do next. I do know that the laundry room floor is really disgusting and really bothering me when I walked in there, so I want to just kind of wipe it up a little bit, get some of that mess.
Did the same but couldn't change my mind. And as soon as you, I forget about it. As soon I get used to letting you go. So show me love and I will show.
Now I am in indecision hell. I was going to empty the kitty litter, and then I thought, wait, shouldn't you do dishes so the dishwasher can be going while you're doing litter? Somewhere in there I was thinking about maybe completely cleaning out my fridge. That doesn't happen because that's just way too overwhelming. But I have so many things that I need to focus on that I'm absolutely not focusing on anything and just jumping from one thing to the next, getting really not much accomplished in any of the zones. But dishes are pretty set. You do a load of dishes, you get them in the dishwasher, and you don't have to make more decisions. That's just the routine. So thankfully we settle into this, and I get the first of a billion loads of dishes going. Okay, so we store ground coffee in the exact same container like that. And so I grabbed that container to have a really nice whiff of coffee. I don't know what in God's name was in that first container. Vinegar pickles that also died was in there. And so I just destroy my poor sense of smell. And then I have to get the other coffee to try to cleanse it out. But the memory of that smell still is in my nose. I can feel the burn in my nose now that I'm remembering and talking about that horrible smell.
So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you and me so close.
So I am trying to figure out how much I can get accomplished. We have somewhere we need to be later in the day, and I horribly naively thought maybe I could knock this out in just a couple hours. I can't. It was so much longer. But I think I have an hour and a half to get this done before I need to go to my appointment. The appointment was a play date, and since we homeschool, I really have to value the time I have my kids interacting with another group of kids and their friendship time. If I lent into what I always like to do, I never would leave the house. My kids and I would be isolated all of the time, and they would never get social time. But I do prioritize it like an appointment, like a doctor's appointment. My kids need to have their time with their friends, doing activities. This was a swim play date. It actually was incredibly amazing. I love the mom whose house we went to. We had a really good meeting together, and really refreshed and refilled my energy. But it was a huge time suck in the middle of the day when I had a disaster house. I still like hand washing all of my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. Just they sit for so long, things get stuck on there, and I don't trust the dishwasher to actually get it off. Plus, it helps be a little bit of like rage baiting for those of you who feel like you could just throw whatever you want in a dishwasher and it all magically gets cleaned off by the dishwasher elves that live inside of there. And here I'm being lazy. I could have unpacked all of those sodas to throw in there, but there's so much to do. I just want to get what I can done. And while I am saying, oh, I just want to get what I can done, I am still wanting to deep clean areas of my home, especially like the litter box container. I wanted to get all of the excess litter that had been kicked out up, and I wanted to sanitize the inside of it. So whereas I am not prioritizing putting drinks away in the fridge individually, I am going to prioritize more of the deep cleaning aspects. Like my kids are going to drink through those soda waters in like 2 days anyways, so I'll just take the cardboard out another time and throw it away, and there, done.
You're not who I thought, I'm not who you want once again. One day you're here, saying what I wanna hear. The next you disappear, doing God knows what with God knows who. You make me cry, so bad just to apologize. Good enough for me to try to forget the real you. I hate it when you break my heart, but I hate you more when you love me a little. I'd rather get nothing at all, 'cause I hate you more when you love me a little. When you love me a little.
I am still feeling really indecisive. I'm having a hard time making a lot of choices rapidly. So I do have to sit and like think through things that you don't really need to think through. Like, where should I put the extra soda water? In the garage. But nope, I had to like super think it out. And no, I don't know why my shirt's so dirty, but it's okay because I'm cleaning my house. You don't need clean clothes to clean a house. I do end up taking my dog to the vet, and she is gaining weight. It's the Rottweiler. She's gaining weight like crazy, like 4 pounds in the past month, and it's really starting to stress me out. We have her on a diet. We're not really letting her have very many milk bones. She just gets one in the morning. And so I am stressed, and I make the vet come in to talk to me about it, even though it's just a pain pill appointment. And so he has me Google the amount of food that we're supposed to have and the calories in each cup. And according to the side of the bag, I'm like wildly underfeeding my dog. She was supposed to get like 6 cups of food, but I'm feeding her 4 because of weight. He has me do the math for the calories, and I'm still double feeding her according to the caloric intake. And like, I was like, why would the bag tell me so much? And the vet looks at me and goes, because they want to sell you more food. And I just felt so ridiculous for not like clocking that beforehand. But I honestly didn't think that they would be recommending like double the calorie intake that is necessary. So now she's on the appropriate amount of calories, and she freaking hates it. She thinks that it is the dumbest thing, and she'll gobble up her food and then stare at me like, are you serious? Are you serious, Mom? Where's the rest of it? Like, I feel her pain. this little trash bin, it was the cheapest one I could find at Walmart. And I shouldn't have been so cheap because it is the worst. I think there's supposed to be like a bin liner on the inside, and maybe I should put like a bag in there on the inside, but it's just the lid doesn't raise unless you force it up, and there's nothing really to catch it. But I mean, it holds the laundry lint, so it's doing its job, but still. Gross, gross, gross. Look at that. So gross.
I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do. I ain't over you. I ain't over. I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over.
Okay, so I am addressing the floor in here and I'm going to move to other parts, but I do want to say that I tried wearing my slippers while cleaning because the floor is dirty, so my feet get dirty, but my feet sweat in the slippers. And so yes, I have dirty feet. I'm cleaning a dirty house, I have dirty feet. Like, it hurts my feelings when YouTube's like, do you want to tag this video dirty feet? So like, let's all not talk about how gross it is. And certainly don't comment and leave timestamps on when you can see my feet because it's really, really awkward. And I hated that. So yes, let's all just ignore it.
Feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do. I ain't over you. I ain't over. I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. I ain't over. I ain't over.
Well, I'm pleased to say that I got this room basically done, and I realized what time it was, and that was all I could get done today.
I ain't over you.
So moving on to the next day, I am feeling a little bit more focused, like I have a better game plan in my brain and I don't have as much indecision happening to me. I do know that I want to tackle the kitchen above and beyond anything else. It is the hardest focal point. Like, you see it and you feel overwhelmed and just like suffocating. Whereas everything else, you can kind of just ignore the clutter. But that kitchen island, it's so massive and takes up so much of the main living space that once it becomes like this, all you can feel, like, you let everything else go in the house. You see that and you're like, why pick up the living room when clearly this room's already destroyed? Why should I clear off my kitchen table? This room's already destroyed. All of the rooms are open. That is the massive thing in the room. Once that's gone, we just give up on the rest of it.
Do a little extra, just tryna do more. Supernova with you, yeah. She knows I'm feeling. Do a little extra, 나는 do it 언제나. Do a little extra, yeah. Do a little extra. Tell me what you need right now. I just want that.
Once again, you can see a lot of my problem is simply not putting things back. So we bring things out, we set them on the counter, and then just like wander off to do the rest of life. And it just snowballs. So if I feel like if I could just put my seasonings back, maybe the rest of life would follow. But once I start getting those seasonings out, and then it's both. It's seasoning out, and then it's me not cleaning up after dinner because I'm just over it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything else. Dinner's made. I just want to chill out on the couch. And then the kitchen starts snowballing after that. So maybe that's something I need to think about. Maybe I really need to just commit to putting spices back, and hopefully that will pull me along the right path. I don't even know. So this is a bucket of candy. My son's birthday had just happened and we had a piñata and there was extra candy. which is great because my daughter's birthday is coming up in just a few days and we have a piñata for them. And I need to get candy, but I can definitely use that leftover candy and then not buy nearly as much candy for that piñata.
Yeah, do a little extra. Tell me what you need right now. I just want that. Do a little extra. Do a little extra. Tell me what you need right now. I just want that. Do a little extra. Do a little extra.
I'm getting out of bed, reaching for the water glass. I need to cool my head. Yesterday.
So another frustrating element of me cleaning my house is that while I'm cleaning my house, my whole family insists on living in my house and existing in there, using, fulfilling their needs of needing to eat and do school and like be there. So every time I get a little bit clean, I feel like we move a little bit back in the next direction because, you're constantly you're constantly using the space and the space gets messy as you use it. I imagine it's different if my kids went to school for a billion hours a day. They wouldn't be in my home, also using my home and creating, the mess that we make. And so I'm not mad. I want to use it. Like, this is why, guys, like, I don't have chunks of my day where people aren't also trying to use the space. We all need to live here. So after I get that much of the kitchen cleaned, my kids were struggling on a topic with their paperwork school. And so I threw on some homeschool pop videos, which I absolutely adore. This guy has an amazing way of explaining concepts. And so I pulled up a couple about sentence fragments. We've been struggling with our sentence fragments. And when my kids write, they sometimes, they don't have full complete sentences. And so I threw up a couple videos of that and I decided to make them a little lunch so that they could sit on the couch and watch their educational videos and have a good lunch. But this also shows we have very specific tastes. And by we, I mean the twins. The twins are autistic. Those of you who have been here before absolutely know that. I mention it because it is a big portion of our life. So we can eat one specific brand of hot dogs and only one type of their hot dog of that brand. They, like 2 years ago, they changed the packaging of it and it was just devastating. It was so hard to convince Sammy that the hot dog was going to taste the same, even though the packaging was different. It was quite the challenge. And my son hates oranges, so he gets an apple. Okay, I completely lost my train of thought. I am grateful that my kids will eat raw vegetables and the twins will also eat cooked broccoli. And that's amazing. At least they're not just stuck on like the chicken nugget train that a lot of kids with food restrictive disorders have. We can go a little bit beyond just like the bland foods, but nothing mixed. We can't eat casseroles or anything like that. Everything has to be its own individual food. Like, you don't blend foods. That's crazy talk.
Tried to run, but there's nowhere to go. Even in my sleep, I'm calling out your name that I never wanted.
So I get their food to them. I'm also roasting some chicken thighs in the oven that I was going to feed myself and my son. They're disgusting. I absolutely hated them. My son ate one and he was like, I guess it's fine. But they were a like frozen teriyaki chicken thigh that I got from Sam's Club, and never again. That was so gross.
I do miss you. Holding hands, smell your hair for a second, just like I used to do, girl.
It just feels never ending, you guys. I feel like I've been cleaning for so long, and not only is this island not done, but I look up and I see so much. There's so much more of my house that I need to get done. It's a lot, and I don't get it finished. I have to come back to it the absolute next day. I hate that. But here we are. I've decided that the kitchen's like an endless nightmare, and I am just going to move to the living room.
I set out on a road that I built with my own two hands. I met friends on the way, people chosen.
I think almost all my videos leading up to this, I have like a dedicated day. Like I have a whole day that I can only clean. And I just simply didn't have this, but I couldn't let my house keep going until I had it. And so like I am trying to fit it in between vet appointments and homeschooling my kids, repair people coming to help us with the RV that broke again, obviously, because that's all RVs ever do. Like I'm just trying to fit my cleaning, like coming back from just such a horrible nightmare, into everyday life. And I feel like a lot of us struggle with that, where it's so hard to get started because you know you're not going to finish it. And you know that if you don't finish it, mess is going to come exist on top of it. And it's daunting, but I'm trying. Look at me go. I have just been lobbing crap onto this ottoman. We went on our road trip to Maine. Okay, so here I was like, ooh, the apron I was looking for. And I started to change into it, and then convinced myself I didn't need to make 2 aprons dirty. I could just hold off until another day to wear my favorite apron. But I do want to give this apron to Sonia because she is starting to paint with acrylic paints, and I just don't want her getting it all over her clothes. But anyways, we went on that road trip to Maine, and we were cleaning out the RV because I needed somebody to come help fix it. And I threw a lot of the RV stuff just on the ottoman or in tubs near the coffee pot. Now it's like unfunctionable, and like the more it turns into this horrible mountain, I don't know, guys, you know, it's the spiral. It's the clutter spiral of death. And then obviously this laundry was clean at one point, but it's been so long. I don't trust it. I feel like the animals have sat on it, and it just like, it's in the proximity of a dirty house. So you know what? F it. Everything gets rewashed. So wasteful. But honestly, it feels great because look at how much I just cleaned off the ottoman. It's on the floor, but I felt good about it. Still in love with having a little vacuum.
I never thanked you for putting your faith on a bum like me, yeah. And wherever you are, I think.
And folding a million more things of laundry. But look how Kesha looks. She's so cute sleeping right there. I love that. Okay, so while I'm folding laundry, I have spoken previously about how my husband's sick. We don't know what it is. There's something wrong with him, but we haven't been able to figure it out. He has been to the nephrologist. Well, he does have kidney disease. We learned that part. He's been to the nephrologist. We just finished the cardiology. He's got an appointment on Friday with neurology. It's all the ologies, and we still don't really have an answer. And it feels like the more we get referred out to others and the more testing gets done, the more it's like, what could this possibly be? Like the not having an answer is so incredibly difficult. And he had been texting me today telling me, he just doesn't feel great. He hasn't felt great for a really long time, but he's like, hey, I don't feel well. And I'm always like, okay, well, explain it more to me so that I have that knowledge in my mind in case it becomes relevant later. And I have to be like, well, this is how we felt earlier. So he's texting me that he has a headache. And so it just adds to the stress of life. Okay, so we bought this Jackery, and it is you can charge it in your house. You can charge it with solar panels, but it is like a power bank in case the power goes out. And we took it with us to Maine, and there is two sides of it. One side is just you can charge your phones and your iPads and everything like that, but the other side is 120 volt AC outlets, and that side didn't work. It's brand new, but that side wouldn't charge anything. And luckily they gave me the exchange, so I packaged it up. But I'm so happy that I have that. We're going to have storms coming. The storm season is coming, and all the weather people say that the hurricane season is going to be really intense. So I wanted to get that before we actually needed it and lost power. We do have a big generator, but I wanted that's to run our deep freezer. We have a lot of meat that I wanted to keep, but I wanted something that also charged my phone. That part sucks. And super critically, something that ran the coffee pot. When the power's out, fine, whatever. But when you wake up in the morning with no power and then you can't have coffee, that's where the real tragedies actually settle in. It's when you don't have caffeine, then, you have to go murder your neighbor for caffeine. Maybe, I don't know. I probably wouldn't, but we'll see how many days we would go without power before that happens. I really like my neighbor too, so she better hope. All right, I set up this camera, and when I was setting up this angle, I was like, man, why do I always film from slightly off my shoulder? Why don't I do this? And it's because of my massive double chin. This is the most unflattering angle ever, and I hate it. Editing it is super painful because that's all I get to look at. And I am not going to set up my phone here for quite some time. Oof. But it is fat shaming me a little bit. So I've got that going for me. Maybe it's a little motivation, a little treat for myself to take my health more seriously, since one of us has to be healthy. If it's not my husband, it should be me. So maybe I should be healthier. It was a goal of mine this year, and I keep just stumbling. But who knows? Every day's a new day. So maybe today.
Show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying highs. Nothing could stop us.
I do like these individual trays, but man, they do not sit in my dishwasher well. They're a little bit too wide, and they suck, but they're great for my kids' lunches, but they are terrible to fit into the dishwasher. I bet you I could wash them by hand, but I am not in that mood today. Not today. I think what's happening here is that I need one more dish to round out the top rack so that I can run the dishwasher. And yes, I do wash every single utensil by themselves. pop that out by themselves before I put them in the dishwasher. I think it's just too yucky otherwise. It would save time to not do this, but I can't handle that.
To your old life, not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying highs.
I think reusable straws are the bane of my existence. It's so annoying to clean them. And my daughters refuse to not drink with the straw. Like, it's like they're incapable of it. So, they're just... But we live really close to turtles, and I'd feel really badly if we went to the turtle hospital and I saw one of the turtles recovering from a straw, and then I'd be like, is that our straw? Did we do that?
Standing on the dizzying highs.
Oh, would you call me on my sins? You think that you're under my skin. I just wanna wake up in my bed alone. Oh no, I don't wanna be tucked in someone else's arms.
Oh, so yeah, I was trying to wash that, and abruptly I knock it out of my own hands. That was really weird. I was really impressed with my inability to judge my own power.
You don't know me, I just need my time. Yeah, but they say I don't know where you come from.
I had been ignoring this pan for like 3 days. My husband made, what was that? What do you call that? Fried rice with our leftover pork chops. And just by looking at it, I knew that stuff was stuck to the bottom. And I just didn't want to invest so much time trying to pull the stupid rice off. So I had just been walking by and ignoring it. But it had gotten to the point where I was starting to freak myself out about how long I had left it. So here I am. It's popping off easier than I expected, which is also pretty gross. But like, it was burnt on. I decided to give it a nice little soak, little shimmy, little soak. Throw in some soap, see what happens in a few hours. Same with these. My son is learning how to make mac and cheese, and it's his favorite. So just pots and pots and pots of mac and cheese.
You don't know me, I just need my time. Yeah, but they say I don't know where you come from. I don't. You seem too nice to be alone. So lonely. I see you going through some things, and I just wanna help. I don't know how to make it clear.
Back at this stupid island that I never seem to get cleared off. I was tired after, the cleaning and the everything. So we ordered pizza the night before, and then I ate it, and it made me feel so terrible. And I checked my blood sugar after it. It was like 186. So that's a real fun thing to find out about myself. And I won't be eating pizza anytime soon.
I see you going through some things, and I just wanna help. I don't know how to make it clearer. I just wanna go home. No, 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 no. I need some time. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I just wanna go home. No, 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 no.
Oh yeah, I bought this little thing to freak out my cats with.
said it was the last time, but you keep coming.
So at this point of cleaning my house, I just want you to know that I absolutely hate my life and I hate cleaning, and I just want absolutely nothing to do with anything, and maybe setting my house on fire would be the better option. And I keep thinking about canceling, but I had made that community post being like, hey guys, I'm doing a whole house clean, which was like such a dumb thing to do. I should only do that after I'm done cleaning my house, because I kept having to clean. I had to finish the content so I could edit my content and upload it like I told you guys I was going to do. So I love you guys for being my accountability, the reason I have to do things. But here, not loving you, just rage cleaning at this point. Also, I added way too much Lysol to the first half of my counter, and it was way too much. And I was thinking about while cleaning it, I'm like, ugh, why did I spray it like 58 times? I like try to spray less on the second half of the counter.
But I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making.
Usually when I'm done with this counter, I'm like, yes, okay, it's cleaned off and I can redecorate it. And like the sense of accomplishment is really, really motivating. It feels great. It does look nice and shiny though, look at it. I had been leaving my big tray, this big tray that I have to clean off, I had been leaving it naked on the counter, if that makes sense. I don't have anything really anchoring it, and it just looks hideous. Back to the burlap.
Have to get over you again. To get over you.
So I get this all decorated, and I realize that you guys actually don't have a good view of how cute it looks. So here you go. I mean, it is cute. I like it, a little bit of spring vibes. And then I kind of just see how much I have left to do. It's like the third day of cleaning, and I just still have so much to tackle. So super considering giving up, but then I remembered I said that I was going to film it. I said I was going to upload it. And so deep sigh, let's keep going.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my head.
Perfect. And we had left this out from our swim play date with our friend. The kids brought the things home, and we just kind of dumped everything on the ottoman and wandered off. Oops, sorry, beauty. Brought that right on her.
Crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes, and I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country.
So I have had this little pillowcase. It's not really called a pillowcase, but this thing right here, I had it out, and it gets knocked on the floor and covered in dog hair and washed for weeks, like just repeat. I finally decided to stuff it. The first pillow seemed too big, so I brought a smaller pillow. Too small, back to the first pillow. Cursing myself for doing this extra step, but I'm so tired of having that pillowcase underneath the couch, pulling it back out, covered in dog hair, washing it again, and then just not putting the stupid pillow in there for my decor. And it looks so cute. Like, why couldn't I have taken the 1 minute to do that before?
She
laundry does not go in this little wire basket, but I had moved it from my bedroom when I did my bedroom deep clean, and I was overwhelmed with the piles of laundry strewn about the house that I started using it as a laundry basket. And I stand by that decision. Also, why are there so many shoes in my house? They're everywhere. It gets way worse. When you get to the front of the house, it's a million pairs of shoes.
Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. Ha. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl.
It's not a matter. Under neon bright lights when I see you dancing on the Polaroids. Just wanna have a good time, don't you? It all goes low, low, low. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, remedy, remedy. And the way you go, baby, don't you know?
This is our little cord basket that we store all of our extra little charging cords, headphone cords, all of those things. But what also happens is like any cord gets returned there. So now I'm checking the ones that are clearly broken, chewed on, not going to work, throwing those away, and then tidying up the ones that do look like they would work so that it's not just a massive tangle, but slightly more organized. So that way when somebody pulls something out, it's not everything gets pulled out and the cords are on the floor. And then of course Leroy's going to chew on them. He's the worst dog in the world. He loves chewing on things. Look at him. He's just pacing back and forth, probably looking for an opportunity.
The way you go, baby, don't you know? There's a remedy, 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 yeah.
So I throw those candles away because they're homemade candles that my daughters have actually dug out a little bit. And they're really, really unattractive. And I just haven't gotten around to addressing them in a while. And I'm like, you know what? Why should I just display really unattractive candles? But the hoarder in me won't let that go. Right back out. Got to keep on. What if I need to recycle them for some crazy reason? I was so close to throwing them away too.
For you, baby, love, hot for you, baby, love. Hot, 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 hot for you, baby, love. Hot for you, baby, love. Yeah, yeah. Hot for you, baby, love. Hot for you, baby, love. Hot for you, baby, love. Hot, 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 hot for you, baby, love. Hot for you, baby, love. Yeah, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, remedy, remedy. And the way you go, baby, don't you know? There's a remedy, 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 yeah. Yeah, there's a remedy, remedy, yeah. Oh, no.
So I'm like, okay, let's move to this zone. And I worked really hard on the backyard patio. You guys saw it before. It was really disgusting. I'll pop it up here if you guys did not see the level of disgusting. And I so deeply enjoy having it nice that I looked out there, saw all the stuff just starting to slowly clutter. And I wanted to just address it so it stays nice. I don't want it to slowly build up and then become somewhere that I avoid. And, I'm cleaning my house anyways, might as well get it all done. And I put Leroy's toy in. He hates that. Brings it out to me. Put it back in. He hates that. Brings it back out to me. I guess the lamb just really needs to be a part of it. Okay, so I want you guys to see, I don't know if you're going to see it that much, how much dog hair comes off of this rug. And it's not as bad as we've seen it, but like, hopefully you guys will see it. It should kick out to the side. So it's not that obvious, but there is a significant amount of Rottweiler hair that I just got off of that rug. And that will come up later. It's also a lot of dirt. Gross. Yep, definitely Rottweiler hair because I am super allergic to my Rottweiler. Nice and clean. Dog hair removed. Let's go back inside to continue cleaning. I wasn't going to move all those pillows until I discovered a whole water bottle under one of them. So I wanted to see if there were any other dishes back there that I didn't get before. And which is good. I shouldn't have been lazy and just like not move 3 pillows. That took half a second. And I mean, it was easily done, but man, the laziness in me wants to be like, no, just ignore the 3 pillows. Just vacuum slightly next to the whole thing. Don't do the whole thing. You don't want your house to be totally clean, just marginally clean.
To fall apart. Hold your breath, take a leap, I got your back. Don't be scared, I can lead you through the track.
Okay, I wanted to show you this. You guys watch Beauty. Beauty's my Rottweiler. This is why we call these ninja kicks. What is that pose? So anyways, she likes to ninja kick on rugs and get all of her dog hair out on it. It's really cute and funny. It's super, super aggressive if you're next to her because she does not care and she will absolutely kick you with her really fancy ninja kicks.
I have been safe, I've been abandoned.
The pets are all really excited. I cleaned off the patio too because they really love going out there. It's not so hot that we have to keep the door shut right now. It's like the exact right temperature.
Hold your breath, take a leap, I got your back. Don't be scared, I can lead you through the track. And even if you stumble, if you fall, I will pick you up, I'll reach for all of you, all of you, again and again.
I have to say the dining room table isn't nearly as bad now that I've banished my kids from doing craft projects. But I haven't been upstairs in a while, and I imagine that that is just a straight nightmare scenario up there. Oh, I don't have it in me. We're not going to look. We're not going to look for several more days, maybe a week. But eventually we will have to go up there and clean.
I've been a circle, closing in. I've been a writer, I've been a mess, I've been a dreamer of seven things. I've been a fire, I've been the rain.
Also, in this whole house, I don't mop, mostly because I hate mopping, but secondly because we are having a birthday party this weekend, and I want to mop before people get to my home, and I certainly am not going to mop twice within a matter of days. That's absolutely not going to happen, so we're just delaying it slightly. I'm really glad Leroy supervises me as well as he does. Like, where would I be without a micromanaging schnauzer? And he's always offended that I'm doing things around him. Okay, so I kind of feel like we're on the home stretch. I need to get this back counter taken care of and finally get the last of the dishes, like the ignored dishes, the redheaded stepchild dishes that I have just passed over every single time I've done dishes. I just need to get them done so that they're done.
Feel anything, wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.
I do keep my butter up with my plates because not only will my cats lick the butter, but Beauty will jump up and eat an entire pound of butter. And the last time she did that, her stomach absolutely rejected it. And I cannot tell you the quantity of butter that I had to clean off of my floor. It was horrifying. So we have to be very cautious and not leave butter out for my little butter scavengers. Also, she's super fat. She doesn't need to eat a pound of butter. We're getting in trouble at the vet. She needs to calm down.
Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.
I always find it very jarring when I exit one side and then like during the edit, I cut myself out and then I come back in an opposite direction. It feels very off-putting to me. I'll even leave in tiny clips of me walking back in frame and out again. So like the context of where I'm coming back in is like, there's continuity there. I don't know if it bothers you guys, but like, it's just so jarring. Okay, stupid stir-fried rice or whatever you are. Finally going to get rid of you.
Stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed.
Still ignoring the other pots I see. Oh, I know. So I like to wash my giant cutting board first because it takes up so much space on the drying towel that I need it to be at the far back. So I will wash it first and stack the other dishes on top of it. Do you guys have to do that when you're drying your dishes? You like wash in priority of how you want them on the drying rack? It's towards the end of the day, and I think it's around like 4 p.m. right now. And I am still rage cleaning, and I know that we had just had pizza, so I'm gonna have to end up cooking after this. And I think the only thing fueling me right now is spite. And I'm getting the last of these dishes done and trying to think, what am I gonna make for dinner? and I'm gonna pull something out, and I'm trying to decide what I want to thaw out, but I haven't quite yet. All of this becomes relevant in a little bit. This last little bit is where things start going really sideways for me, but I am so close to the finish line, and I am gonna push through. I just know it, and I'm gonna have a really beautiful clean house to show you guys at the end. I just ignored my kids enough today. I have ignored everything else I need. I haven't looked at my phone in a while. I just am in the zone of rage cleaning.
Holy, when it's ordinary love, ordinary love.
Also, I think I'm very clever for this camera angle.
Ordinary love.
So one thing that is kind of a huge bummer is that I film with my phone. So when I'm filming, I am really just in the zone and I'm ignoring everybody. I don't know who's texting me. I don't know really anything that's going on. I'm just cleaning, and I do have like podcasts playing in my ear off of like an iPad that I have somewhere tucked away. So I'm not just like thinking my thoughts. That would be really horrific. I think listening to murder mystery, trying to plan the perfect crime or whatever.
Holy, I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, when it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love.
All right, not enough to load, like to run the dishwasher, but I don't really have any other dishes to do, which is really exciting. And cleaning my glass cooktop, which I absolutely hate. I wish it was gas, but I am not willing to pay to have gas installed at this house. I think we would have to have like a propane tank buried next to my house. My neighbors have a propane tank buried next to their house, and one day I had a delivery person knock on my door and they were like, "Hey, it smells like gas out here." And I went, and their massive tank had like busted a valve and was just, you could hear the gas coming out. And so now I'm pretty terrified, and I'll just cook with electric. Thanks.
Holding on, holding on. Seems like we're back on stop ago.
I think one of my favorite things to clean is the sink. It just has the most beautiful finish. Like it goes from really absolutely gross, because old food is disgusting and you can see it in there. And then when you remove everything and you scrub it down and you rinse it off, it's so shiny afterwards, and it's just like shiny, happy sink. And so I think, yeah, sinks are my favorite thing to clean because of the results, and mopping is my least favorite because it is stupid.
So why we trying to hide from trust? We could just leave.
Okay, to be honest here, I thought you guys had a better view of my floor where you could see me sweeping it, but it's not. You guys don't get to see much of anything. Still a fun angle though. I just know next time it does not pick up me sweeping, and I'll have to adjust the angle.
I go right and you go left before it turns to right. It's true. Yeah, I hope that we could work it out. We'll never be enough for you. No shed a tear or two for good. Hardest thing to do.
Okay, I'm finally gonna address this part. This is a lot of stuff I pulled out of the RV and put in bins and then just dropped right here because I couldn't be bothered to do anything better with it. I do enjoy how my laziness tends to come bite me in the ass. do love this little walking pad whenever I need to get like a few extra steps in but don't want to go outside. I just throw in a little bit of a Netflix and have me a little saunter. Okay, I really do feel finish line here, and I was going to go from here, and I am going to go clean the entryway, which still looks pretty bonkers. And I calm my daughter down. And I look and I see my husband's coworker's name, and it's not like we just chit chat. So we come back from the ER, we still have no answers. It was scary. We were there for hours. They ran so many tests. And you know what? This is my end result. This is how clean my house is. I had a friend come over to help with the kids. She hand washed dishes because she didn't know. But this is my final result, you guys. I guess that's okay. Sometimes you can work super hard on a project and just not have, I don't know what to say. You know, that's my realistic clean. That's the realistic ending. I can't always land with a shiny, perfect house because I have yelled at my kids to stay in their rooms until I get the finished shots. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. And sorry it ended on a little bit of a bummer, but I can't wait to see you in the next video. I love you. Bye.